Oh man, it is day 3 working on the CTR inspired EK Coupe. In this episode, in this video today, we're gonna get custom and it's gonna get crazy. Welcome to Boaty Vision, you heard? So what is up, you guys, and welcome. I don't know if you saw in the last video, we were talking about addressing something, and that's something that we were addressing was in the engine bay. As you can see, the shock tower is right here where we extended them. The upper A-arms or the camber arms, whatever you want to call them, they kind of busted through. I don't know if it was a flaw in the design, but I was talking with Josh. We want to just completely cut out this old design and completely redo it from scratch. So now that the shock tower is cut out, it's time to get started on building the inserts. So I took some measurements and this is what I came up with. You guys can pause the video right here if you want to use this for your reference, if you want to build this for your car. These are the exact specs. So this is just to kind of give you an idea of how it's going to fit or what I'm going for. Kind of going for a shape like this, and then obviously the whole top is going to be filled in. Now with my grinder, it's kind of hard to cut out this shape, so rather than going for this shape, what I did is I just cut out triangles and then I got them viced together, and then I'm just going to shape this with the bench grinder. This isn't working. I'm going to have to do something else. Now after I got all 4 of my wedges or side pieces relatively the same size, my next step is to make the top piece. This is going to actually make the top of the arch, and this is the piece that's got to be smooth and nice, and it's got to be this and join these two together. So what I did here, this metal that I'm using is just 18 gauge sheet metal. So what I did after I had 2 of these, one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side, I kind of worked it, kind of bent it, hammered it, just worked the metal, worked some angles of my vise to essentially end up with this. So I'm still gonna work it a little more to get rid of some of those gaps. So you can see what I'm going for. This would be looking up underneath the shock tower. So after it's welded, this is how it looks like. The steps that I did is I just took my 2 side pieces, I laid each one down, and then I tacked the corners. And then I laid the flat piece over that. Obviously I had ears sticking out here, but after I welded it a little bit and here, then I cut off those ears, and then I was left with this, and then I grinded it down, welded it, and this is my second pass welding. It's hard to always get it on the first round, so sometimes I weld it, clean it up, and then I weld it again. So my next step is to weld it up on the inside, and then I'm just gonna cover that with some undercoating just so that way it doesn't rust. You could even use black primer or any primer. I just think undercoating looks best. And then I'm gonna grind down the outside a little more and then lay down a nice thin coat of Bondo. The way that I see a lot of people doing this is they seem to be doing 50% metal and 50% Bondo. You definitely wanna go for as little Bondo as possible as the metal's so much stronger. So here's what we're looking at after just one round of Bondo. I spread the Bondo, I sanded it, I'm gonna repeat and do that and do that. And unfortunately, I gotta tell you, I gotta give you some bad news. In this video, you're not gonna see the final result. That's because this is an ongoing project, and quite frankly, ongoing projects take some time. If you're interested and you do want to see the final result, I would recommend subscribing. This is video 3 of an ongoing series, and I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot more videos on the way just like this one. In one of my more recent videos, my good friend Kevin suggested that I leave all the products and tools and everything that I'm using to make these videos, to do my work, more for the DIY people, to leave that all in the description below. So I'm gonna be doing that from now on. If you had any questions for anything you did not see in the description section, you can leave that in the comment section below. Also, in the description section, you'll see info about where you can buy my stickers, and they're 1 for $4 or 3 for $8, so it's basically buy 2, get 1 free. I'm not gonna push that, and I'm not gonna shove that down your throats like crazy. If you wanna buy one, I really appreciate it. If you just wanna watch my videos, like them, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate that as well. So you guys, do that for me. Like this video, comment, subscribe. More on the way. You know what it is, YouTube. I'm out.